So if you didn't already know, your boy is a big fan of the 90 Day Fiancé universe. Like, if you watch Star Wars and you know how the movies, the TV shows, and all these different seasons span to create this amazing universe with all these different storylines over literally decades now, with 90 Day Fiancé, it's like one of the only other shows out there which does the same thing. There's so many franchises in here. There's so many spin-off versions. It's nuts. Like, we just finished off the main one, 90 Day Fiancé, which is the main one where people in America get to have this K1 visa if they want to marry someone from abroad. They have to bring them there to the USA, okay? That's the premise. And they have to marry them within 90 days so they can stay in the USA and then get married. That's the basis of the whole show. But then this 90 Day Fiancé thing spanned off so many other spin-offs, like 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. So they will do a spin-off where they find the couples before they even start the K1 visa process. And then later on, they'll bring that same couple from that season before the 90 days onto the main season, which is the original one, 90 Day Fiancé. And then they have another spin-off, which is 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, where they show the couples from 90 Day Fiancé going on and doing their thing. Then they have 90 Day Fiancé Single Life. So for the couples that didn't make it, they got divorced after getting their visa and getting their marriage, they have a season for that. They have 90 Day Fiancé UK. It's wicked. And right now, there's like 3 90 Day Fiancés happening at the same time. It's nuts. And one of the new ones is this one called 90 Day Fiancé A Hunt for Love. And here's the poster right there. And at first I thought this would be a really, really boring show. But actually, the show is amazing. It's like Love Island, but it's on a more of a personal level, because literally a lot of the characters in here, I've seen them on multiple versions of the spin-offs. I've seen like Rob, for example, on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. And they also have like a therapy retreat thing. I forgot the name of it, 90 Day Fiancé. I don't know what it is, some sort of retreat thing, but they have like literally a show just for a retreat in Mexico where all the couples from 90 Day Fiancé go and do like a retreat, and they do therapy together as well. And it's just drama. It's nuts. So we have this girl who is called Jennifer Tarazona. I think she's from Colombia, definitely from South America, but I think she's from Colombia. And basically, she's like, you can see, she is a 10 out of 10. That is a hot chick right there, okay? She has been on 90 Day Fiancé. The main one, she originally teamed up with him. That was her first husband on the show. Didn't work out well. Then she went to date this other guy, which I'll find for you right now. He went and dated Tim for a while. That didn't work out. And so it's nuts. And then now she's on the actual 90 Day Fiancé A Hunt for Love. And this is like Love Island, where they have half of the characters on this show are 90 Day Fiancé characters. So, we know these people. We have the kind of love towards them because we've seen them on so many seasons. Like, it's crazy. For so many people, we've seen their children grow up. We've seen them like come from nothing, get married, get the visa, have children. The children are babies. Now they're like 4, 5. It's nuts. And now she's on this show, A Hunt for Love. Anyway, she is a beautiful 10 out of 10 beautiful woman. At first on the show, she started going for this guy, which is Cole. I don't even know his full name. Cole Anderson. Oh my god, his name is as boring as his personality. Oh my god. But what it is, this show was obviously about finding new matches, finding new people, and exploring, who you want to date. This show's about dating with multiple people. Obviously, it's like Love Island. It's a dating show. You can't really blame someone for kind of like trying to date multiple people on a dating show. This is what it's all about. But what happened is she started getting some attractions for this other guy called Rob. And this guy's a bad boy, okay? This is Rob. That was his original wife there. I forgot her name. Yeah, Sophie from the UK. She has a lot of emotional problems, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But that's Sophie. And basically their marriage isn't really working out, partly because she's bisexual. Rob doesn't really know if she likes him more than girls. He doesn't know what's going on. Rob represents the bad boy, okay? And Cole represents the guy that looks good, the kind of guy you want to bring back to your mum, and your mum would be more than happy to have Cole around you. But the problem is, Cole Anderson represents for the hot girl Jennifer Tarazona, the guy she wants to want, but who actually doesn't. And we know this because in the show, she started off dating Cole. that was going round. They kind of had their little moment. They were mostly together, hanging out. But what happened is, throughout the show, Jennifer got into an argument with somebody else. Can't remember why. But then Cole jumped into the argument and basically white knighted Jennifer. Jennifer feel that it was a bit OTT, which I agree. She didn't need backing in that entire moment. She's a grown woman. She could have backed herself. It wasn't like it was a crazy moment where she's physically in danger. Obviously, this is a TV show. People around her, she's safe. But Cole did the whole white knight thing where he came in his shining knight of armor and tried to protect her. Where I think, and I agree with Jennifer, that it was a bit controlling. He didn't have to do that. He just did it to kind of just claim his territory, which he hasn't really got because they're not official yet, okay? So during the argument now, Jennifer got the ick, and then on the bus, she kind of separated herself away from Cole, and then they started holding hands with Rob, and they were like hugging up next to each other. And then basically, I think it was that night, she asked Rob back to her house, or her villa, whatever you want to call it, and they had the cogiendo. If you know Spanish, what that means the boom boom time, okay? So then Cole went to Rob's house first, confronted him, asking him, boom, did you have coger with her? And really got onto him. I think an episode or two afterwards, people started making accusations in public, in a group conversation, while the therapists were there, and they got on to both Rob and Jennifer. And I want to talk about, the ethics here, okay, about what's going on here. Because first of all, I think if you haven't asked for a commitment from your partner, then your person you're dating owes you absolutely nothing. That's what I believe. And actually, this is what I know. It's not about belief. This is what it is. If you haven't made a commitment with someone, that person owes you absolutely nothing. So if they want to go ahead and date multiple other people while dating you, they can. It's a free world. It's a free country. There's been times I've dated a girl and the next week I see her in a pub dating some other guy. It's happened. But guess what? I didn't put a ring on her finger. I didn't ask her to be my girlfriend. I didn't ask her to be my wife. She owes me absolutely nothing. So for Cole to go to Jennifer now and Rob and then accuse them of having cogiendo todo el tiempo, toda la noche, boom, 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 rápido, con las bonitas, that is just completely out of line because they don't have to tell you anything. So Cole keeps bringing up this thing where it's like, oh, I thought me and Jennifer were on the same page and, we were trying to make it work and rah, rah. But hang on, that was never discussed with Jennifer. You never said to Jennifer that you wanted to commit a relationship and she agreed to those terms. She doesn't have to divulge anything she's doing with any other guy, especially when you're on a TV show called 90 Day Fiancé Hunting for Love. This is the place, literally, where people go and date many, many people. We know that reality TV shows are trash. We know what they're all about. I think 90 Day Fiancé, in its defense, has a higher hit rate in terms of long-lasting marriages than most other reality TV shows like Baddies and Love Island. To be honest with you, a lot of couples, especially in the earlier seasons, are still together. They have babies, they've grown, they're still together. It's lovely. But still, end of the day, this is trash reality TV. So listen, mate, if you wanted to quickly find a girl that was quickly monogamous, you wanted the rules to be straightforward, go to some small village in Idaho or Ohio or South Carolina, a little small village, a conservative village, and then go ask a girl's hand in marriage. But to find that kind of atmosphere on a reality TV show and you wanting that is absolutely absurd and stupid. You're in the wrong place, Cole. So Cole obviously isn't an ugly person. Cole's also 6 foot tall. So this is the guy that, in terms of optic, this is the guy that most girls like. But the problem with him is how he moves. And I've always told you boys is how you move is more important than what you look like as a man, okay? Women would rather all the inbuilt traits that you can't see than the physical traits which you can see, okay? Any day of the week. For a woman to date the most attractive man in the world physically, but then he's a Dumbo, can't have a conversation, is boring, bad in la cama, just absolutely a waste of space, she will decline that 99.9% of the time. So this guy obviously has all the physical packages, but the way he's playing it is so wrong. If he had just kept cool and collected and said, you know what, well, this is a dating show, let her do what she wants to do, let me see who else is out there, this guy probably would outbeat Rob, okay? Because the bad boy beats most guys, okay? But what I want to tell you boys is the bad boy doesn't actually beat the real man, okay? And the real man has those kind of bad boy traits, but they're I wouldn't say tamed, but they're refined. Honestly, I don't think she really loves Rob in that way. But guess what? Rob creates those kind of like quick butterfly feelings with her, which he just can't create. I mean, look at this photo right here. This is like the typical photo of like a nice guy, you know, even the way he's holding the captain's suit jacket over him. He's trying to look like a bad boy. He's trying to look like a sexually attractive, but it's just not working. And if you look at those eyes there, those are the eyes of someone that is naive in their understanding of how the world works. I can tell he's like a deer in headlights. He just hasn't got those traits. And if you go onto his Instagram here, let's see what's happening here on his Instagram here. Cole K. Anderson, it says. He's pretty cool here. He's got some helicopters going. He lives a very cool life. I don't want to get any spoilers here, so I'm going through this very fast. That's 90 Day Fiancé. Don't know what's happening here. Is that his girlfriend? Or I don't know.
He makes you that nervous?
No, like.
Don't know what that's about. Some random squirrel. Very weird. So he lives a cool life. And he's not ugly. This isn't a person that you look at and think, oh my God, get away from me. But the way he's acting gives girl the ick. Because, look, with women, you want to play cool and collected. And you just want to take things slow and just go with the flow. But the way that Cole has actually played this is just terrible. And he's literally demanding answers. He's putting both Rob and Jennifer to a certain standard as if he's in a relationship with both of them. However, I think to make a balanced argument here, we've got to realize that Jennifer actually knows that this is the type of guy who gets attached easily. Okay? And she knows that he is literally puppy for her. It comes down to this. She's still acting towards Cole as if he has a chance to have a relationship. So let's say they get into a relationship tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow, Jennifer, 10 out of 10, and Cole get into a relationship. Okay? What is that relationship founded upon? A big lie. Because now they've gone into the relationship on the premise that she hasn't had physical intercourse with Rob, but she actually has. So when is she going to divulge that information? Are we into the relationship? A year? At the wedding day? On deathbed? If she's still setting it up like Cole and her can still have a chance, that's unethical. Because if it comes to the point where they actually do get into a relationship, the whole thing is based on a fundamental lie, and a relationship based on a fundamental lie will always fall apart. And also, she knows what she's doing. She has both men on the ropes here, and she's actually playing both of them in two different ways, okay? She's playing him in the fact that, oh my God, there's still a relationship going, you know, boom, boom, boom. And she's playing Rob in the fact that, look at you, Rob. I have this handsome man chasing me, but I still want you. I'm the one having with you, even though I'm supposed to be with this nice guy. So she's playing them in, very smartly, by the way, in two distinto maneras. Perdóname, chicos. Mi español es muy mal ahora, ¿no? She's playing them in dos maneras distintas. And she can, because she's a 10 out of 10. Okay? And like I always say, even though she's on a show which this is the whole point, this is the whole premise of the show, to go around and date many people, doesn't mean that you should. In life, just because you can doesn't mean you should. If we want to go through the world with grace and love in our hearts, we don't want to make heartbreaks, okay? And actually, she's leading both of them on, because I'll tell you why. Cole is the guy that she wants, but she doesn't have natural burning desire for him. So even if they go into a relationship, it's not true love, and you should never get into a relationship unless it's true desire. And with Rob, she actually likes him on a physical intimacy level, but actually in terms of a long-term relationship, it's not there. Rob actually hasn't got those skills, okay? And also, Rob is actually in the process, quote unquote, the process of divorcing Sophie right now. So you can't really start a relationship properly until that's already done. And no one owes you anything. And to be honest with you, even when you get married, no one owes you anything, okay? You can never force someone to do anything. That's the way I think about life. Even if I was married right now, till death do us part, I still don't think she owes me anything. You can't just use the relationship as, tell me what I want right now. That's out of order. if you want to be a real man, you have to give people the space to act the way you want, but it has to come in a natural way. You have to be the guy which naturally they perk up to be that person for you. It's never a forceful thing, and if it's a forceful thing, that's basically grape. And he's the kind of guy which is controlling in that way, because if he's this controlling before they've actually, you know, done their vows, have actually made it official, boyfriend and girlfriend, what the hell would he be like once they're actually married? He's invested hundreds of thousands into her, buying a house on the wedding day, all that stuff. They've got kids. Imagine how controlling he would be then. But Cole needs to realize, if you want to be a real man, go with the flow, let people go where they want to go, and let people choose you, let people come to you. And Rob, bro, she's playing you. Yeah, you're getting your boom, 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 but she's playing you to make you think that you're the top dog, but really and truly, it's never gonna go anywhere at all. I put my money on it. The season hasn't finished yet, so we will find out what happens, and I'm sure by the end of the season, Cole will find out that they had physical boom boom time, and I'm looking forward to how that goes down. Stay here and subscribe for more 90 Day Fiancé news and stuff like that. This is the Hedgeman Springer Show. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys. I'm gone.